So then what'd you do? Well, after I got all the houses back in the neighborhood, I did the usual thing I usually do. Made out with Lois for a little bit, flew out into space, smiled for the camera, of course. And forgot to mention I was gonna get Brownny back into his house, but Uma said that Brownny was reacting to Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy with them. So I came back to get him later, and I think there was also something about them reacting to the sequel to a live-action Scooby-Doo movie. I think like the first one. You mean Monsters Unleashed that came out in 2004? Yeah, that's the one. Oh my gosh, James Gunn, why? I know, right? Well, so I came back and got him later, and oh hey, it's time for the show to start. Hey, let's watch.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
What's going on, everybody? Brownie B. Brown here, back home for the holidays, like that song say. I'll be home for the holidays. Okay, might be a little different, but anyway, you get the idea. So, ready to start celebrating with a movie reaction of sorts. For this video, as you saw in the opening, we're going to be looking at Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Not exactly what most would call a celebrating material. But when I first saw this on TV back in 2004, I wasn't for sure what to think about it. Kinda similar to my first viewing of of that box office nightmare, Pluto Nash. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was a song released in 1979 or 1978. Some of the records that show differently, by Dr. Elmo and Patsy. I think the name is Soapshay. It starts with an S. But anyway, it became a Christmas TV special in 2000, even though I didn't see it till 2004. As a song on its own, it's a little silly and a little stupid of a concept. But like Christmas with the Cranks, some people like me can possibly find some humor in it there. That's not to say it doesn't have its flaws, but as a TV special, well, let's find out. This is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Alright. So this is Grandma, and is it just me or does she remind... Ow! That's gotta hurt. Of the grandma from Sylvester and Tweety. Hey, I thought I saw a reindeer run over Granny. I did see a reindeer run over Granny. I jumped out the window. Little Tweety Bird joke.
It was December. Everyone in Cityville was caught up in the chaos of the holiday.
I bet they were.
There's Grandma. I mentioned she likes to dress.
Aww, that's nice.
little baby Christmas tree looked up at the tree. And that's me. Jake's thinking, what seems to be the problem?
And of course, we have to have a somewhat villain, Cousin Mel,
No way. Your credit is off.
who really wasn't a villain in the song, but then again, the song was only 4 minutes, so.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas. You too. Things have to change. This store can't get rich selling holiday pastries on credit. You're not a businesswoman, Jake.
Well, you know, considering your body structure, you might could use a few fruitcakes. Don't mean to sound critical, but I'm just saying that's a mighty narrow waist you got there, sister. Almost like almost like you're wearing one of those corsages they wear back in the day. Yeah, like in movies like Moulin Rouge. Oof, that thing almost kills Satine. Why would you wear those things? Ooh. This may work for Jessica Rabbit because she's supposed to be a toon, but in real life, yeah. As Shaggy say, man, don't you ever eat?
Everyone else is happy the way things are. Right, Frank? Each punching a time clock for someone else.
Well, he's got a point there.
You see, look around. We are rich. Life's about being nice to people. Money, I say we make enough. Enough? Enough is never enough.
Yeah, when you're greedy, it isn't.
It's not a Christmas tree.
You're looking at the new inflatable Christmas tree manufactured by the Cityville Oil Corporation.
Inflatable Christmas tree?
And get the real tree. Don't you want to save the forest? Nobody gets a tree anymore. It's not cool.
And it also saves time getting artificial trees as opposed to the real trees of having all that stuff everywhere and and then the tree eventually died and you have to get a new one for next Christmas and so on and so on. As for an artificial tree, you just put it up whenever Christmas comes around and it'll always be there. Sort of like the tree that Gabe and Christina set up there. Yeah. However, though, I don't think an inflatable tree would be such a good idea. Yeah, I would prefer the ones that are assembled, not blown up.
If you like old-fashioned smell, I'll get my pitching booth.
And that's why the inflatable ideal doesn't work. It pops.
Sorry.
Oh, hi, Dr. Claw.
Austin Fox, CEO of the Cityville Oil Corporation.
Well, way to spell it out who he is.
Well, Grandma Elfenheimer.
Mr. Austin Troll Buck. I don't suppose you're dressed that way to be Billy Goat Brother.
Yeah, but in the next possibly 5 to 10 years, or possibly even more than that, he could probably end up becoming an internet troll.
I did, so you'd listen to my offer to buy your store.
Didn't help. Don't want to listen. Jay, do you think I should sell the store? Are you kidding? I love this place. You with no store would be like Christmas without Santa. Well, there you have it from the mouths of men. Surely you're not going to let Jake make such a big decision.
Well, apparently she is. But look on the bright side. At least she's not taking advice from Dewey from DuckTales. Yeah, mister, I'm going to cut over the entire footage of the Darkwing movie with me dancing. Yeah, that's a smart movie choice. His masterpiece.
Grandma, do you realize what you just did? You let my fortune walk out the door. That was my future.
Ooh, that waist is so tight. And I don't mean in a good way. He do something about that. Well, maybe not, but you need to tell her about some way to do something about her body shape so it won't be so tight. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like she's about to get cut in half.
Grab the wife and children as postman wheels it in. But here the Christmas nightmare has just come back again.
Wait. Okay, apparently this is a fruitcake. Okay, I just want to know, what is it with specials like this, making it look like the fruitcake is a bad thing, when we always are getting it every year? I mean, recently, for some reason, we haven't been able to find the stuff to make fruitcake at Kroger for some reason, and a lot of customers have been asking about that there, because, they used to sell it over there, but for some reason, they can't seem to find it there, and they're getting pretty ticked off. So apparently, people like fruitcake around this time of year, and it's a pretty seasonal item, sort of like sweet potato pie at Thanksgiving and greens and neck bone and all that good stuff down the south. So why is suddenly fruitcake made a bad thing when people like it? Ugh, it's a confusing concept. Oh snap! What? Wait, whoa. Mel? Now, of course, we'll find out later what that really is supposed to be, but from the looks of that bottle, from what I'm seeing, it looks like she's pouring a perfume or some type of one of those beauty things, or something that you would see like in Bed Bath and Beyond or Victoria's Secret or something. What is? Yeah, we know what it is, but yeah, huh? Yeah.
Store and with no customers, you'll have to stop. I've got the mistletoe and holly. Who's gonna help me with the decorating? Can't. I have to call my boyfriend. Sorry, Grandma got his dash.
Ooh, would love to, but Frank, the game's just started on TV.
I'll help you, Grandma.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things I have to stop this movie on. I'm sorry, folks, but okay. So now Grandma wants help with the decorating, and suddenly everybody has an excuse of why they can't stop, the help, but when they were clearly just sitting around. I'll have to call my boyfriend. Last minute shopping. The game is on. What? Not to mention earlier they were talking about how the dad was talking about how they all like to be together with each other for Christmas and help out with the family. So what's up with this scene? Huh.
Nobody understood me like Grandma did.
Oh, I get why the scene is there. Because we gotta make Jake look like a super angel. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good kid, but really, that was not necessary. It's almost like when they try to praise Cool Cat too much. Cause he's the coolest cat in the world.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Wait, wow, where are your toes? First Mel's waist and now Grandma's toe? I would say that maybe she's wearing some socks that match her, but what? Yeah, animators, if you're not gonna bother to animate these people's feet, don't show them down there. It would save you a lot of time.
I'm wishing to take these extra cookies and cakes to the volunteers at the Cityville Community Services building.
It's too late to go out now, Grandma.
If I had had some help, I would have been finished hours ago.
I was busy.
Sorry, I had to finish my homework after the shopping.
That's not what you said earlier, little girl. Earlier, you made up the excuse that you had to call your boyfriend. Now you talk about you had homework to do. It's almost like they're forgetting what the previous scenes have shown. And now it's time for that scene where they state the obvious, even worse than the Cool Cat movie. You hear it for yourself.
She's been drinking too much eggnog. You've been drinking too much eggnog. And we begged her not to go. Don't go, baby. But she forgot her medication. And she staggered out the door into the snow.
Way to state the obvious. You know you could have either sang or talk. Oh boy. What the? Okay, go back. What is up with the... You couldn't make the reindeer's legs at least move? I mean, yeah, they're flying, but they still move their legs. And it's almost like... Oh boy, goodness. Boy, talk about... Yeah, this I know, I heard about cutting corners, but this is too much. And yes, I'm aware we do stuff like that in our videos, you know, with the stop motion pictures and everything. But that's because we don't have the Hollywood budget access, though. These guys had the WB behind them. They could have at least sprung a little bit more to make those reindeer's legs move. Okay, go on out there.
The only person who needs help in this family is you.
Oh boy.
Okay, calm down. Take a breath.
No, keep trying to get outside.
The cross is flying lower, and Grandma's walking like
No. This is not the time for an SNL skit. Oh, yeah. Okay, calm down for a second. I'm getting raised up like I did in Scooby-Doo. Okay, so let's just say that, you know, let's just put Gabe in Jake's position. Gabe is at home, you know, or either, you know, back in the day he used to would sometimes spend the night over at his grandparents' house when he was in elementary. So let's just go with that. Okay, so him, probably a few of his other cousins, you know, they're all chilling, everything, and now it's bedtime, and they're asleep. All of a sudden, you hear sleigh bells. Gabe wakes up, looks out the window, and sees Santa flying overhead, and suddenly, and just so happened his granny is outside, and suddenly, the sleigh comes down with all the reindeer and everything, and just plumb runs over Granny. Okay, what do you think Gabe is gonna do? He's gonna run out of there, go out the door, and go screaming, Granny, 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 Granny! Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, probably, you know, Big Papa and maybe some of the others in the house might not believe him or stuff, but trust me, he'll be running and franticking so much, they wouldn't even be able to catch him. They would have to actually go after him outside, which would lead to them seeing Granny in the snow and Santa Claus and be like, oh my gosh! That's what would really happen. Not this SNL skit. or whose line or whatever want to reference you want to make to this.
Honey, you must have had a bad dream. In case you haven't noticed, Frank, your son suffers from a dreaded affliction.
What affliction?
The Santa Claus is real syndrome.
And you suffer from the affliction of having your waist too tight. I'm sorry, I keep going on with that. Well, Grandpa?
Sorry, were you talking to me? I was too busy watching Grandma get run over by a reindeer in the sleigh.
What?
Yes!
What a sight! Sleigh come out of nowhere. Grandma takes a header into the snowbank. Sleigh vanishes.
Grandpa, what the heck is in that eggnog? Ah! Oh, seriously? So, let me get this straight. Grandpa just completely witnessed this happen. He's looking right out of the front door and sees this at the same time that Jake does and decides to run downstairs. Grandpa being at the front door should have been the first one storming out of the house. Again, if this was Gabe in this position and Big Papa was in Grandpa's position and he saw this downstairs closer to the door than Gabe, he would have been like, "Oh, just leave! Oh, come, and run right out of there!" And everybody would come after him and see Granny in the snow. Oh, boy. Apparently that eggnog must got something in it. I mean, what is in that eggnog, Grandpa? What are you drinking? Because you really look like you're on something right now. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
You've been so depressed since Grandma disappeared. That's why I had you bring me to my favorite restaurant to cheer you up. I'll cure your sorrow. We'll spruce up.
Seems like his sorrows are already cured in that eggnog.
It's right here in these papers. All you have to do is sign. Sign? No, sign. Sure. So sign. I'd rather sign.
Wait, you're serious? Okay. Okay. Wow, something really is in that eggnog, huh? Boy, it's making Grandpa really, really get into an Elvis mood here. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Well, this would be kind of humorous. It is a little, but the way he performs it just kind of so bland. He just like he's not really into it. Of course, then again, like I mentioned about the eggnog, guess that could explain why. It's like, okay, I want to sing. Grandma's been getting down, yeah. Oh boy.
Actually, I'm going over to see Austin Bucks and sell this dog for millions. Thank Grandpa. He gave me power of attorney.
Surprising she didn't just go on over there and then they would find out later.
I thought I was helping. Talk about having your cake and eating it too.
Oh boy. Know what this means? As Bugs Bunny would say, of course you know this means war. Alright, Gear from Static Shock. All he needs is some rocket jets and those skates.
Please don't buy Grandma's store. Too late, kid. With this last piece of property, Mr. Bucks will own all of Cityville. Who are you? Cousin Mel's attorney. I am Slime.
And I am Brownny.
You got it, kid. This deal doesn't close till the end of the week.
Huh. Well, at least, that's a nice twist. At least Austin Bucks, determined as he is to, get Grandma's store and expand his business and stuff, is actually a legitimate businessman. And, made a better man win, being fair. And, actually, because earlier, Mel was like, "Oh, I'm sure Grandma wants me to sell the store." "Oh, no. But only her and Grandpa's signature on it. I don't see your name. So therefore, I can't do it." Yeah, that's pretty nice there. He's actually, he's just running a business is all. Oh boy. But not good for Mel, though.
Attorney, do something. Do something. What's this? Printout of my old Christmas list? Look, Doofus, it's not as simple as adding Find Grandma to my Christmas list and emailing it to Santa Claus. Wait. Doofus, you're a genius.
What?
To Santa Claus at SantaClausIsReal.com. Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is my grandma.
What? So you're telling me that he could have just email Santa this whole time, like the way he's been doing all the past few Christmases with his emails? Why didn't he do that immediately after this whole thing started? You realize that? Oh boy. Seriously, Jake. You couldn't think of that on your own? I mean, you clearly saw Santa run over your grandma. And now she's missing because of it. No one believes you. So immediately after that, you could have gotten on this email site for Santa. And you had to wait all the way to next September to figure this out. And it wasn't even him that figured it out. It was his dog. Oh boy.
Not a single letter from Cityville. It's as if they're too busy with their prefabricated, mass-produced lives to need me anymore. Excuse me. I might as well shave my beard and cancel the holiday for Cityville.
You do realize that Cityville is just one city, one town. You're gonna cancel the holiday just because of no letters from that one part of the world? Seems a bit extreme, don't you think?
The mystery of Grandma X's.
Surprising that Santa didn't figure that out earlier either. Considering, there is a song about Santa Claus that goes a little something like this. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you are good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. No, not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. So, if he knows when you're sleeping and when you're awake and, good and bad and all of that, knows pretty much everyone in the world, why would he not be able to figure out whose grandma this is? Okay. That's the major plot hole in the Santa mythology.
Frankenheimer? No, never matter. But you might ask one of those short fellers. Classic case of amnesia. Can't remember a thing. Christmas lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, but you should have still figured it out, Santa.
Hi, I'm Grayson, Santa's elf. Top elf, to be exact. I fly right seat on the sleigh. The man in the red suit doesn't make a move without consulting his class. You're an elf. The genuine art.
Phone home. Remember that movie?
Would you like to find your grandma? More than all the presents in the world. Then follow me. Grandpa, I'm going to the North Pole to find Grandma. Fine. Thanks for telling me.
Wow, Grandpa's really is hopped up on that egg. Okay, I gotta. That's. I know Big Papa would not have been that calm if Gabe was running out of the house saying, "Hey, Big Papa, I'm going to the North Pole." All right, have a good. Oh, wait a minute, boy! If you don't get your butt back in here. Yeah, he would have been like John Witherspoon in, dare I say, Boondocks, which I'm not too fond of. Wait, get your skinny butt back here. Oh boy. Oh boy. And then, and one other thing, and it also kind of reminds me of this scene in Digimon Tamers when Garjamon was supposed to be watching Susie. All of a sudden, Susie gets a message and climbs up on this ledge and flies off. And Garjamon's like, "She can fly? I fear I'll never understand these humans." And then Kazu comes back and like, "Hey, what's all the blabbing about? Where'd Susie go? She flew away. She flew away! Are you kidding me? You were supposed to be watching her! I did. I watched the whole thing. Oh boy.
Would you like to meet Jake Spankenheimer? The Jake Spankenheimer who loves Broadway, video games, don't fight with his sister, procrastinate once in a while with his homework, try to donate, helps at Christmas, and helps his grandma in the kitchen. It's nice to finally meet someone from Cityville who still believes in me. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he knew all that about you, but he wasn't able to know that that was your grandma. That is pretty cool and amazing. Oh, ooh, wee. And this is why they should have escorted grandma in with them to see Austin Bucks, and this wouldn't happen.
And you would be Santa Claus. You know, not to embarrass you, but I'm afraid anybody can put on a big red suit, false beard, and call themselves Santa Claus. They all work for me. You're Austin Bucks. When you were 6 years old, you won the Lieutenant Neutron action figure.
Lieutenant Neutron?
He was the best.
Is that supposed to be like a soldier version of Jimmy Neutron?
It's what I do. I'm sorry. I have to chase the reindeer. I was going for that minute. She wandered off.
Uh-oh.
Grandma! We couldn't find her anywhere. She's missing again. Yes, Grandma is nowhere to be found. And the man in the red suit here admitted he ran over her. I demand that you have Santa arrested for the disappearance of Grandma.
Wait, what? You're kidding, right?
The news that Santa had been arrested for the disappearance of Grandma was a shock, especially to Miss.
What? Santa? What is up with Christmas specials and wanting to have Santa in jail for some reason? Oh boy. It's always in there. Okay. Now I will admit, Miracle on 34th Street is a good Christmas movie, but for some reason they had Santa committed, sort of similar to being in jail there. But there was kind of a reason behind that one. But then there was the Ernest special where he got sent to jail, Ernest Saves Christmas. And then there was Tim Allen Santa Claus. What, they just like to put Santa in jail for some reason. What, is that supposed to be a new trend for the kids? Hey, yo Max, Santa's in jail. Cool, man.
Santa's been arrested.
Took the words right out my mouth. Yeah, okay, so your plan, okay, you're gonna keep Grandma hidden. The trial will go on. Santa ends up, being locked up for doing 5 to 10 or something like that. Christmas is gone, according to the Santa universe standards. And then you ladies get all this money, and Austin gets his CEO, gets his business, and Grandma's shop is out. Okay, so you get all of that, but then what happens when you let Grandma free, even with amnesia? You do realize that people that see Grandma out in the open, even with all this, over with the trial and everything, they're gonna recognize her and realize, hey, something was off with that trial. And especially, Jake and Mom and Dad and Grandpa, despite the eggnog he's on, they're gonna, and yeah, that's going to come back and bite you ladies in the butt. Yeah, right near that narrow waist of yours. And then the two of you will be in jail and Santa will be released. Oh yeah. Yeah, so much for that plan of yours. Yeah, that plan's gonna really backfire on you even if you succeeded. Oh my goodness. You know, oh, ladies, I hate to burst your bubble, but if I was a king right now and in my throne room and you two were the entertainment sent to me, and this was like, back in the really old days, like King Solomon and all that, you know what I would do to this performance when I see you two like this, so bland and everything? I would probably have you two put in the dungeon for some very crappy entertainment. Because they would do that. And now we bring you an episode of People's Court. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Complete with Dilbert characters. Or, yeah, Dilbert. Yeah.
It won't be too much longer, Grandma. The jury is about to find your friend in the red suit guilty. And who would that be? You still don't remember a thing, do you?
Looks like he found out the truth.
My plan is going to work.
So what are you going to do?
And there's no one who can stop me.
Hello, inside.
Huh? Not be way out here. How should I know? I don't even know who I am.
If that's your car parked down by the road, you better check it out. Some bears are hanging around it.
It's sort of similar to something that Star Striker did in Book 2 of Heroes and Dreams. Check the live streams.
Jay, what am I doing here?
Wow, that's some powerful fruitcake.
It felt like I was in a dream. And you were in it. And Santa Claus. And Mrs. Claus.
And you? Oh dear. I had such a dream last night. And you were there, Mother. And you, Father. And you. And you. And you. But now I'm back. And we're all here. Somewhere over the rainbow, where the skies are blue, and I guess I better get back to the movie, because I don't really know the rest of the words to it. I'm just making up as I go along. You know you guys like that. You know you're laughing.
Stop! Santa's innocent. I'm Grandma, and I'm not listening. I'm right here. That woman is a fraud. Grandma doesn't know who she is.
But you just admitted that was Grandma. Oh, shut up.
I can answer that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You and the jury would taste this fruitcake. No, don't! She objects. Overruled. Continue.
Thank you, Judge Maybelline.
Made by Grandpa of bad stuff found in Cousin Mel's cabin.
So apparently,
Reindeer.
so wait, where in the world did Mel manage to get something that would resemble reindeer neck? How would she even know to get something like that?
I rule that Sarah is also innocent of a drug charge.
And I suppose Jake has an answer to the charge of leaving the scene of an accident. Slayicular negligence.
Dupert does. He's my car.
Right, I object.
I'll object to everything. Uh-oh.
This is a note Santa left at the accident scene explaining everything. Just fix the fingerprints.
Looks like Grandpa got sober now. And just in time.
All right. I did it. Yes, I did it. I didn't know it.
And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and that dog. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo! Hey, I think you look good in stripes. Oh boy! Oh, Austin, you good? You good, man? You good with me, man? You cool, man? You cool?
I don't want to buy it. I want to franchise it. Open Spangenheimer General Stores all over the country. And I want you to be in charge.
Oh,
You're
nice.
a pretty cool little bro. We're so proud of you, Jake.
You never gave up, even when the rest of us did. So, Jake,
That's true.
what do you want for Christmas?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Jake was a little slow with acting upon what he was doing and everything. But yeah, you gotta give him some credit for not giving up. He was trying there. So yeah, I give him that much credit.
Nothing. I already got the best Christmas gift ever.
I
Aww.
feel the same way.
I bet you do, Santa. And Bombshell feels the same way about Raven. Santa baby.
Well, that's
And now Santa's gonna go coming down Mrs. Claus' chimney tonight. Santa baby.
I left out one more thing.
Not that one. It's Cousin Mouse. Wow.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh no. Reindeer never. Not again.
Ow.
Run over by a reindeer.
Oh, she's okay. We just had to give it a little running gag ending. Drinking too much. Well, that was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, everyone. Hang on a second. Forgot hand vinegar. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off right here. Okay, go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, as I stated. Yeah, I know. I kind of fussed a little bit here and there, with I had to give my criticism. That's the I know I'm reacting to it, but still, it's a bit of criticism to be done in reaction, just like with reviews, and it had to be done. But overall, it's not completely bad. Trust me, I've been through worse with the live action Scooby Doo movies and Beauty and the Beast 2017. And I'm not going to go into details because trust me, that's going to bring back flashbacks. But yeah, compared to all that I went through, yeah, nitpicks and all, this movie was at least good to sit through. It's real colorful and sure it's a little bland at times, but again, it's really colorful. It like Fairly Odd Parents, it's right to the point, and it's got kind of a charm to it. Yeah, it's that you can't really just outright 100% hate the movie. Yeah, sure you're gonna hate something, but you can't just hate the movie completely. Yeah, I didn't think I was really gonna like it that much watching it again, but it's okay. It's okay, and what? If you're especially, and be sure make sure you really check out the song too, because where the movie was inspired from. The song is really silly, like the movie, but it's really worth checking out. It is funny, and the movie is kind of funny. So, yep. So check out both of them. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and I'm Brownie B. Brown, and Mary. Huh? What in the world? Did someone drop off a Christmas present here? I wonder who it's from. Let's take a look. To my pet brownie from Mal. Well, let's see what she got me. Okay, I actually don't know this movie. Surprising that Nathan Lane is in this movie. I better go look this film up and get a better understanding. Duh! There's Nazis in the Nutcracker! No!
'Cause I tell him to. The perfect soldier. Hail Caesar! Sounds like Brownny got my gift. Perfect. Merry Christmas, everybody. I want to share my favorite Christmas song with you all. Maleficent got ran over by a reindeer. 1, 2, 3. Maleficent got ran over by a reindeer. Walking from the aisle on Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa. But as for me and Audrey, we believe. I'll be seeing you all in the Nutcracker Untold story.